So welcome guys di channel YUDIS Gaming guys ya. Kali ini kita akan bermain Genshin Impact yang dimana kita pergi ke Port Ormos guys ya, menanyakan undangan kepada setiap orang cuy. Undangan itu guys ya, sini lo bikin undangan cuy, undangan apa namanya, undangan nari cuy, itu Muhammad Ragung cuy, si Saino guys ya. Yang pertama ke sini cuy, siapa namanya nih?
Is that Paimon I hear?
Aduh, yang kena penyakit Deliazar cuy, siapa lah namanya? Deliazar.
I'm doing well. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections. That's right. My lady is feeling better.
Why do you still call me that, Dia?
I guess I'm
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recover.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard?
I want to take a risky job.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs.
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan, I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru.
Well, I remember a friend had some.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at...
Did he tell you that he suggested that
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find...
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually... Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have In fact, I chose this job from the very start.
even if being a mercenary means
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything,
I don't want to see you go.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a...
Huh? But wait a second.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering...
Oh, did Neil?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the...
Huh. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so...
So what it really sounds like is that the person on...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing...
Sorry to make you too...
It must be something important for Nilu.
Yes, she said...
Great! I'll be...
Count me in too. But is there some sort of...
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too...
All right, then this...
The feast will be held at...
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh, but...
The General
Oh.
But as for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember... Don't mention...
Oke, sudah selesai ke dunia zat guys ya. Sekarang kita ke Saino cuy. Bentar dulu. Ini kuis dunia Sumeru padang pasir lagi guys. Wah, dikit lagi nih mau ke fountain kita guys ya. Bisa tamat nih game. Aduh. Oke, kita cari Saino guys ya. Itu dia, nice.
It's been a while since we last visited. Ah, there's Sino.
What brings you here?
We recovered well.
It seems That's good to hear.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
but why are you just...
I'm meeting some people.
Oh,
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. But you know one of the people...
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you...
Roman! And...
Oh,
Oh, well...
Don't worry, these are...
I see.
I'm doing well.
Same here. Really, I feel that...
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I've decided to leave the
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. I will no longer pursue research like a typical... I plan to leave the academia and return to...
Wow.
Sataria will return to support education. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us eremites all over Sumeru.
Yes, it's my hope that that is the true meaning of education.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria, the stars have always...
Oh, please. Where's all of this?
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't...
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia... As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were lightning... Sataria, you tread a Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never... These words sparked something in me. And I knew that I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no...
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me...
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission. My plan was able to go smoothly.
You're all doing so much.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach, and we must be persistent about this and maintain these resources.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had... Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again...
Enough about us. Are you here to
No, not at all. Neva wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letter... A celebration feast will be held. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been...
Celebration? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really...
This feast is for you!
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino.
No, not really.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides,
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before. You and the art you symbolize. Please keep dancing. And
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
Oke, sudah ngajak Sino guys ya. Sino sama siapa tadi yang terdapat? Kita tunggu sampai 2 hari jam 7 guys ya. Oke, kita putar dulu guys. Oke, setelah 2 hari katanya pergi ke Grand Bazaar dan ikuti perjamuan cuy.
Everybody's already here.
Ya semuanya udah sampai
Looks like
guys
we're
ya.
the last
Kita
ones to
undang
arrive.
You're here.
Al-Hitam sih nggak ada kita undang.
There you are.
Cuman udah datang sendiri deh.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You
Masih
look like
hitam
you
kita
came
nggak
here
undang.
immediately after finishing up some
Deya,
work.
Sino sama dunia
We're
Zat.
not late, are we?
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some...
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait!
Pesta perjamuan perayaan Mata Grung sudah lancar, minum sudah habis-habis dengan lezat dan lokasinya dia dengan sangat indah. Semua orang makan dan minum sampai kenyang lalu musik bernyanyi dan semua orang lainnya di Grand Bazaar. Waktu berlalu di tengah suasana yang begitu menyenangkan, malam itu nyaris terasa seperti mimpi.
Whoa! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru.
Ah, feels kind of nice to be seen as a...
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job.
My lady sure has a way.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the...
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and...
That's how I remember it.
It's luck that brought us together. And it was luck, moreover. Judging from...
Yeah. Everyone, it was almost like a performance. Everyone played their part. So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom. This should be something everybody should remember. You look surprised.
No, everything you.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all. If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have.
I respect our deity's decision. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit?
Not at all. But every person
Why? Because he dethroned a.
Could you try to put it another way? This is a.
But seriously, though,
I did have my own motive. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it.
By that, you mean your life.
Precisely.
Wait,
So, that's the only reason why you joined?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you?
That's right.
will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay?
Thank you.
Oke, katanya disuruh
I
ngajak
seldom
bicara dengan
participate in
teman-teman.
such
Guys,
life. No. The Grand Bazaar is lively, but that happiness? Oh well.
sudah, biarkan saja lah. Oke, kita bicara sama orang-orang ini dulu.
My
Guys.
lady.
Yes, I also tried some. What an amazing.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy.
Hey, less of that polite chit.
There you are. Well, how is it? That is the first time I've... You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of me. I can't explain...
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often come. I have a lot to handle these days.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up, of course. Just wait.
Oh, kenapa ini, Cok? Waktu berhenti, guys. Ini kita udah kayak Yongko aja, guys ya. Kayak si Luffy aja, cuy. Lama-lama makin lama bertarung makin GG, guys ya.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. The connection between us is amazing. It's like I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events. Although you've already helped me with a lot. Please say thank you to everyone for... But if I just show up all of a sudden, what if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The floor also... everyone. Are you awake now? Paimon was just about... It's me. Huh?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
No, of course not. Are you?
Oh, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body, so that... Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril. Without you, without any of you, had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, people refer to you as the heroes who meant... Please,
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru.
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness...
You don't need to be so ceremonious.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't...
I'm honored to have been able to take...
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Ya.
Nah, ide muncul untuk memberikan kunjungan kejutan. Pesta pun mencapai puncak sejadah memasuki hati setiap orang yang hadir di pesta. Suasana hangat perjagaan dan gurauan berlangsung sampai larut malam. Dan pesta berakhir dengan sempurna. Wih, sempurna guys ya. Hari berikutnya, alright.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you... Alright, since you're awake now, she should be in the act...
Oke, kita disuruh pergi ke sini lagi guys ya. Dalam itu cuy. Apa namanya? Akademia cuy. Apain tuh? Oke guys ya, kita sudah pergi terus jumpain si Nahida guys. Apa nih? Kenapa nggak gue baca guys? Soalnya berdua double nanti guys. Dubbingnya double nanti.
I'm still immersed. So are we. Is there anything you want to know? Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine? As far as I know, that nation operates... Does their Archon personally judge? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, however, even then, Focalor will still make herself present as Archon. She still reserves the right to influence... Anyway, let's just say she's... Are you sure? Isn't it... Huh? You mean... About yours... While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository? This is true in your case. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out... What? There is only one possible explanation. But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your... According to the records I was able... After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7... But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion... What do you mean, Fuzz? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can, and whoever it is, if they can do... But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow... Something else I noticed. What's a descender? Paimon's never... Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information. A very important part of the intel was about this world's descender. Traveler, you are Tevat's for... Huh? So the Vatui count 3 other descendants? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descend... As for the other descenders, I still need to... Paimon... And yet, even knowing all, there are many questions in my heart as well. And soon, you'll also begin your journey, and I'm very interested in your future. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, Paimon's sure glad we... The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk for today.
Nice, aman aja teman, sudah selesai guys ya. Ranting perak. Apa fungsinya? Oke, misi kita ini kemana lagi nih? Cari bear. Ini gimana ngerjain ini guys? Nggak selesai cok. Bangke. Bicara dengan Master per Ormos. Ini pergi ke bagian bawah Chams. Sanctuary of Surastana. Oke, kita bicara dengan Masur guys ya. Let's go. Mana nih? Oke. Aku skip aja guys ya di perjalanannya cuy. Oke, udah sampai cuy. Nah, di pelabuhan dia kita ya.
Huh?
Masurur.
You're that blonde traveler who...
Who's asking?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah,
He just wrote next to a small...
What? So the...
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course.
Come on! Paimon wants to have...
Waktu sudah berlalu begitu lama, bagaimana kabarmu kini? Kudengar kalian berdua melakukan perjalanan di Sumeru. Kebetulan aku juga ada di pelabuhan Ormos untuk urusan bisnis. Akhir-akhir ini setiap sore aku mampir ke kedai Jafar untuk minum. Kalau aku beruntung dan sore ini berhasil sampai di tanganmu, kunjung aku dan kita nostalgia kisah-kisah lama. Anggap saja itu sebagai pertemuan yang sudah ditakdirkan. Sahabat lamamu kaya guys ya.
Sumeru. Now that Paimon... From what he wrote in the letter... Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's... Yeah, you're right. The letter says that he hangs out...
Oke, cari bear guys. Let's go. Tunggu sampai besok jam 4 jam 6. Besok jam 4 jam 6. Oke, udah besok nih guys. Pergi ke Jafar Tanfer, terserah lah. Oke, ada gaya di situ cuy.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already...
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good...
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite Sumeru's spices are famous, that's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some...
Yeah, that does sound like a great business.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets past...
Hey, using your job...
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though.
And?
Do I have to? Well, all right. I overheard my adoptive... I'm sure you'll agree that And so I stowed myself away, but it wasn't long before the merchant It was a short-lived adventure. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up. I used to believe that I had inherited some, but then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left, as well as ensuring that I'd be safe. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, these days, my surname, Alberich, is
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about this?
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of...
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does
I'm surprised that you take me at my word.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memory. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely...
Kaya, you're not involved with...
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order to... Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute.
Well, alright.
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but...
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to... But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen. Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate.
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned...
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But your sister, she mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up.
So, you're going to the place that she mentioned back...
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover...
No. Now is not the time. No, I'm still waiting for my...
Seriously?
Oke, pergi ke tempat yang dikatakan Dain, guys ya. Ini BTW ternyata si Kaya bapaknya dari apa, cok? Anak Abyss Order, cuy. Apakah dia pengkhianat, guys ya? Ini masalah baru lagi, guys. Cuman sampai di sini dulu lah, guys ya. Karena udah mulai setengah jam dan thank you guys sudah menonton video ini, cuy. Bye.